welcome to the stream. Tonight we have more Mr. Love Queen's Choice, because you guys like it for some reason. I don't know why. I enjoy it. I think it's a fun game. And we can get into Pegasusangel After Dark a little bit with this one, so I know you guys enjoy that as well. I'm going to let everybody know I am live. Ba-bam. And then I'm going to go into Twitter. Thought I had Twitter pulled up. Awesome. We are ready to go. This is gonna be a fun day. Everything's working like it's supposed to. Here we go. Wait, that's... Bam! Again, let me know if you can't hear the voice acting very well, and we'll fix it. Hello, Vapor the Vaporeon! How are you? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I have to get, like, all my dailies, and then we can actually play. You stayed up 2 nights in a row? What is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Why? Hello, Mango Ninja! Welcome to the stream! I am tired, but not at the same time. You're probably freaking hyper is what it is. Because you haven't slept for 2 days. Holy cow. What are you doing, like working overtime or just not having an easy time sleeping? What's going on there? Okay, let's see. So I have to get all my dailies. My crochet pattern adjustment work. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the Discord. Friend calls. Gotcha, gotcha. I saw that in Discord.
What?
No fried rice, no ears, no plushies, no poster, no rice and beans, and no moon. No moon? Oh, hello, Moose. Okay, since Moose is here, we're gonna go ahead and do this. So, they have a special event going on right now. And so when I first pulled up Mr. Love Queen's Choice, I was greeted with this lovely picture. And I have a free time. And I'm really hoping I don't get one. I'm really hoping I don't. Because what in the world would that lead to? Oh my gosh, Pegasusangel After Dark already started. So I have a free try, so I guess I will do my free try. Feel the steam, tap the screen. Oh no. It's 1:10 p.m. for me. I should probably sleep, but I'm not tired. I get that. Oh, thank God. I was so worried I was gonna get a naked boy. And Moose is probably just sitting over there like, aw, man. I mean, what the frick, man? Is the... And demonetized. Nope, because it didn't show anything but the chest. And you can show the chest. But anyway. So yeah. Now this would be cool if I could get these. These are cute. These are cute. I like these. And I don't know why that came back up on my thing. I thought that I got all of them. I'm doing good, Orville. How are you? Okay, so I gotta get all my dailies, so, because I haven't done that yet. So, we're gonna be doing that. This is like the game part of the game that you guys don't really get to see much. Why is my character crying? I can unlock something in Kiddo's house. What can I unlock? The heck? Well, there we go. I don't get to see it yet because I'm driving. Oh, you missed it, man. You would have loved it. Yeah, but no, don't worry. You can always go back, and if someone clips it, I might make it a short. I might. I don't know. Okay, so we're in Kyoto's house, and then we can go over to Victor's house to get more stuff. Then we can go over to Lucian, or wait, I just went back to Kyoto's house. Lucian's house. Gosh dang it, why don't they just leave them in the same spot? She's excited for a dinner. Aww. And Gavin's house, which I don't think I have anything in right now. Yeah, I don't. So, I can buy them presents. And give them presents. What would Gavin like? Let's see. I have no idea what Gavin would enjoy. Sorry, my cat's really loud. I think I'm just gonna stick with Keto because I know what Keto likes. So in this game, you can also live in the house with the characters and give them gifts. When did you get it repaired? I haven't noticed at all. Yes, it's a gift from a grandpa a long time ago. He liked my songs, so he gave me his prized ukulele. I always remembered him and kept it with me. I'm gonna try to fall asleep but still watch. That's okay. If you fall asleep while watching, that's fine. The song I played for him, I'll show you. And then what else would Keto... Whoa. What else would Keto like? What about a bento box? So you thought I would like this, Miss Chips? Well, I made it special for you, so yeah. Then I will try to make full use of it. That's just rude. Here's a pin. You liked the pin, but you didn't like the bento box. It's great, of course. But I'm surprised. Why would you think of giving me this? Oh, okay. So I guess he didn't like the pin either. Alright. We've got some achievements unlocked. Now we're gonna go do some more daily stuff. Okay, so this is like the game part of the game that I don't usually show on stream because it takes so long. So here is where you collect like your medals so you can hire people for your company. And then here is a 24-hour challenge. And it gives you lots of money and stamina and things like that. And you can do it daily. Why do I have energy right now? I don't know. I don't really have much energy right now, but that's okay because, you know, I'm playing kind of a low energy game. I am addicted to videos about the new supermarket simulator that has come out. I am addicted to videos of that right now. I'm actually wanting to get it and play it myself, like in my free time, because it would not be a good one to stream just because it takes so long to build up the store. But I want to play it in my free time so bad. Alright. And then here you grab whatever cards you have and put them in these spots. Put that one and that one. Now I'm going to claim all of this. We're going to go over to box office. And I'm going to my lineup. Okay. The best lineup right there. Hello, So Peachy! I did not watch the latest Splatfest trailer this morning, but I saw what it was, and I don't think anybody will be surprised at what I pick. Dadgummit. Actually, let's do Keto. Keto, can I do any new levels on you? Oh, I'm so close there. Oh. So which one do I need the most? I think this is the one I need the most, so there we go. And then claim all these. Luna is in a really lovey mood today. It's because I was in training all day, so she didn't have me all Friday, and she doesn't understand why. That's true. That's true. Alright, let's see. I am going into studio and seeing if I can reset. Perfect. It's a win! And now I have to wait 53 seconds for another win. Annoying. I guess while I'm at it, I'll department train all this stuff that I got. And then I'll start leveling up the rest of the experts I have to level 32. Okay. Alrighty. I've got all of my experts up to 32 almost. Hello, Shaker! I know! I'm excited. I'm excited to see if we get a Splatfest that determines the fate of the story. I'm really excited about that. Alright, daily quest, claim. And then I got these mementos. Any others that I need to claim? Nope. Go back to keto. Go back to the box office. I love that Chaos versus Order made Splatoon 3's story. And then wasn't it the same way with Splatoon 2? Didn't the Splatfest in Splatoon 1 determine what character was going to walk you through Splatoon 2's story mode? And Marie was like the popular character, I guess. Alright. This is Mr. Love Queen's Choice. It's a mobile free-to-play game. And it's a dating simulator slash sci-fi slash horror movie. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So last week we got killed by one of our boyfriends, and he caused a rift in time. But I'm trying to see if box office will let me. Box office is being mean today. Alright, let's see. So yeah. That's just the stuff I do behind the scenes. That's like getting my dailies. So we need to go to, we need to go to chapter 18, or this one. We need to go to this one because there's a wormhole. So Victor killed us and it caused a wormhole. You're definitely going to participate in the Grand Festival when it goes live? Heck yes, me too. Oh. Okay then. The sound of a giant explosion erupted, and the sky filled with firelight, lighting up the early morning night sky as clear as day. On a building not far away, several dozen figures hiding in darkness watched the glow of the fire here, seemingly having known the blast was going to occur. You like R&D games like Dungeons & Dragons, and you would love it on Mondays when I play Hades. You would love it on Mondays when I play Hades. Truly a grand sight. After some time, one of the people exclaimed these words without a hint of shock in their voice in the face of this disaster. Hello, KJ Tim! This is a scene of this world? Another person walked to the edge of the roof, wishing to see what was going on in the firelight more clearly. One person gave the leader a discreet glance, eyes full of dread. The leader pushed down lightly on the bill of his cap, a half smile of contempt on his face. The silver hair under his cap sparkled brilliantly under the glow of the firelight. This is called Mr. Love Queen's Choice, and it is a mobile visual novel dating simulator game. It's a lot of fun. That person understood immediately and said in a hushed tone, "Those space-time authorities will be here soon. We better go." "Too bad. We'll come play again another time." At those words, their forms all disappeared from upon the high building, accompanied by a subtle warping of their surroundings. Flickering flames and a savage shadow enveloped that ancient white building in every corner of the square, and the panic-stricken eyes of the people. Think you heard of it from the ads for some reason? Well, I've been playing it a lot on my channel recently too, so. Yeah, I know. I was so excited to see Inkopolis Square again. Oh, it was so great. Because chores are not fun. Who wants to do chores? Of course I'm not going to have energy when I have to do chores. The blast from the explosion blew a piece of newspaper up in the air. It fell by a young man's foot with the year 1908 showing prominently on the logo. The young man stood in a corner of the square, neither crying out nor fleeing as he surveyed the scene. He had a pair of calm eyes that I'd seen somewhere before. It was that old man named Charles. I could even see from his profile the resemblance to his older self. He still held that pocket watch in his hand, giving it an unusually long look, as if checking the time. The man looked completely out of place with everything going on around him. Just now, from I know not where, came the sound of a piano, melodious yet placid, sounding particularly jarring at this moment. The hand on the watch suddenly backed up a tick on its own, but it didn't stop. It started spinning backward, faster and faster, and then suddenly stopped again, together with the piano music. Are they? See, I didn't feel like Inkopolis... I mean, it was cool, but I didn't feel like they did as good on Inkopolis Plaza as they did with Inkopolis Square. The fire from the explosion was still burning, but the shouts all around had abruptly ceased, as if everyone at the scene had fallen into a brief daze. The young man took hold of the hand and resumed the watch's spinning, with a complex look on his face. Not far off behind him came the voice of a boy, both excited and confused. "Where's the explosion? So cool!" Everyone there seemed to have forgotten, as if the explosion hadn't taken place right before their eyes. But the young man who had witnessed everything turned and left amidst the confused mumblings of crowd. Before going too far, though as if sensing something, he turned his head toward a street corner. Observer. I followed his gaze in that direction, but I saw nothing but darkness. A familiar voice reverberated in my mind.
Did you really see it all with your own eyes?
Why is Lucian in my head? I blinked. A shaft of moonlight penetrated through layers of cloud and fell into darkness. In a gloomy forest, two forms were locked in a standoff. It was Victor and that plain, nondescript, instantly forgettable person. I must warn you. This person's voice was also perfectly flat, without a hint of emotion. Please stop spreading information about the explosion. Your actions have already affected the progress of this world. Someone has become aware of our existence. Even though design has led to our appearance, this matter will not be changed in any way. Victor looked noticeably fatigued, but he didn't show any signs of backing down, letting out a cold laugh at the man's words.
You people aren't the only ones who can alter the future, Time Observer.
You misunderstand the meaning of our existence. We have never altered the future. Quite the opposite. We are correctors of history. I'm hoping everybody can hear the voice acting okay. Hello, Perlina fan! How are you? The purpose of my journey here is only the hope that you will join us. Your power's scope of influence has already surpassed the dimension of this current world, before you are rejected by the world. Okay, cool. Victor raised a hand to cut him short, a resolute look in his eyes.
I will not leave this world.
Even though you've seen that all of the future will come to pass.
No matter what happens, The person I'm seeking is right here.
The first faint rays of the dawn broke, and a beam of white light from the rising sun illuminated a tiny corner of the attic. In the narrow attic, the towering figure of the man seemed crammed into one side. The light tinged his black hair with a warm glow. Victor picked up a shard of glass with a pair of tweezers. With stiff motions, he glued the shard back in place, looking quite awkward as he did. So it's telling us, it's showing us the parts we didn't see. When we were going through the emotional breakdown. The object in his hand seemed to be a shattered glass cup. The shards of glass caught the dawnlight, refracting it into a resplendence of rays that happened to hit my eye. Aw, darn, so peachy! I felt a sting of pain, and the light transformed into a kaleidoscope of colors, like a Van Gogh painting. Then it suddenly morphed into all kinds of scenes, flashing before my eyes. A desolate dock, a plaza empty of people, a park lush with trees, a familiar apartment building entrance. Shrill maniacal shouts pierced my ear. I brought my hands up to cover them, but those painful sounds could still be heard as clear as day. Amidst these blood-curdling sounds of slaughter, all of these different scenes were beige red by the setting sun. In the back of my mind, I had a feeling they were connected with me. I struggled to see more clearly. In all of those places, without exception, there were two figures, one tall and one short, and a blood-stained dagger. My heart felt heavy for some reason, and cold, with an inexplicable stab of pain. Behind all these phantasm-like scenes, I saw the figure of the man under the light. Each fragmented beam of light, each isolated image gradually got strewn about, gathered up, and ultimately formed into a black hole-like vortex as he went about repairing and gluing. The man held this vortex in the palm of his hand, holding it aloft in the air, a heavy look of oppression in his eyes. He's freaking hot in this picture. Hot boy. Oh my god. On the front of his shirt, there was an unfamiliar star-shaped badge that shone with a cold gleam. Yeah, he has a time-traveling power. He can travel through time. His eyes were icy, like a sharp blade poking at me.
That'll do it.
Why is he looking at me? Why do I feel like he's looking at me? What? A boundless vortex instantly engulfed everything. Just then, a beam of sunshine hit my eyes. The warmth of the dawn rays spilled into the attic, onto the body of the sleeping man. He slept fitfully, his brow tense as if he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. A perfectly restored glass cup sat on the attic table. The cracks in the glass were visible, and it glowed with a gentle, dazzling shine. I watched this scene in silence. I'm not sure why, but I wish that time could freeze. Victor. I reached out a hand, wanting to smooth his brow, all the while knowing that an unbridgeable distance lay between us. Suddenly, a sound of soft music was heard in the peaceful attic. In a corner of the attic, at some point, the time observer had appeared, watching Victor sleep and seemingly deep in thought. Although he clearly didn't open his mouth, I could hear his voice in my ear. We still can't convince him now, but he will stand with us in the end. You've seen it, haven't you? I didn't dare speak and just kept my eyes locked on that time observer, trying to glean anything at all from his indifferent face. All futures have only one conclusion. The voice was soft but resolute. He lifted his head and looked right at me. You know this better than anyone, yes? My mind reeled in shock as if struck by some unknown force, and all my senses recoiled. Help! Help me! Don't kill me! Ah! Give it to me! That's mine! You can all die! What is that sound? I covered my head. Those cries for help, those hysteric, demonic voices, they droned on in my ear, dragging me into the most ruthless of scenes. A gunshot rang out in a crowd, and a piercing red color spread outward from a young woman fallen to the ground. There were two exactly identical women, one of whom was lying in the puddle of blood. Against a blood-red backdrop, I saw a silver dagger gleaming with a cold light and reflecting a falling teardrop. Whose tear was it? This scene that had replayed itself countless times finally became clear. I saw the dagger in Victor's hand plunge into the chest of the young woman in his arms. In that moment, an infinite feeling of sorrow and pain welled up and engulfed me. I clutched my chest and bent over, my entire body trembling. But I still didn't want to look away. I don't know why I so stubbornly watched Victor, watching his pain like my own. Behind him, the dazzling white light turned into a giant vortex, swallowing the blood-soaked young woman. Victor's arms were empty, and he fell to the floor. Warning! Warning! This dimension is too high. Would you like to select a lower dimension? He went reverse flash moment right there. Yep. Warning! Observer affected by outside force will now... The constantly flashing warning light was quickly replaced by a white light, and I could not see anymore. Pain flared in my chest, or perhaps it was the white light piercing my eyes again that caused a long-held teardrop to roll down my cheek. Drip. That teardrop fell on the young woman's eyelash. I saw two of her. They both opened their eyes. My vision was flooded by a sky full of snow. I see no snow. I see nothing. I see nothing. I saw nothing! It was just a blank screen. Was there supposed to be snow in that? Oh, yeah, no. Seeing them perform again has been so epic. Okay, so now we're in pure white winter. This... You have to collect jigsaw puzzle pieces, I guess. So now it's no longer stamina that unlocks things, it's jigsaw puzzle pieces. Indeed. Alright, well here we go. It's snowing. I walked alone on the open moors. A heavy snow with glowing lights slowly and quietly covers all the shade and colors. Light spots floating around me. I reached out to catch a snowflake. And the snow crystal reflected a colorful world. In an expanse of pure white, I opened my eyes. A deep exhaustion stemming from my innermost core made this simple action arduous. Sussy boy, yeah, no kidding. Leading up to my final choice, I'd imagined countless times what the end would be like. Would everything come crumbling down or be consumed in fire? Or would it just be endless dark? But I never imagined this void of white before me. No objects, no sound, and no colors. Where is this? All memories stopped on that final day. I felt for that lethal wound on my chest, but it was gone. I'm still alive? Which means my gamble worked. I remembered the final scene I saw. Everything had turned around and everyone got a happy ending. Except me. I was imprisoned in this world, bereft of time, seemingly for a long while now. I looked off into the distant, softly glowing white sky. A gentle noise suddenly sounded nearby. Pegasusangel YT, do you want to go back? Spoken as light as a feather, but in the stillness of my heart, it kicked up surging waves. So, I have the music turned off. There's like a piano thing going on in this scene, I'm assuming. But I had to turn the music off because it kept getting copyright claimed. So, yeah. I want to go back. That world has everyone that I care about in it. As my heart stirred, the whiteness before me started changing too. morphing like a billowing cloud. A deer figure emerged from the fog. He was bathed in light, his warm hand falling on my head. You are my pride and joy. Of course I believed you could do it. The weight of his hand on my head felt so real. I tried to call to him, but no sound came out. I saw the tall, staid silhouette of a man. He turned, his brows slightly knitted, but smiling still. I know, right? No, the music there won't be any music. I have the music turned off. The only thing you'll hear is sound effects, and some of them can be loud, but other than that, it's just little sound effects. I've had to turn the music off because the music gets copyright claimed.
Hey, dummy, why are you just standing there gawking?
I don't know, Victor. Well, how do you even see me? What? Tears welled up, and through the blur, a head came to wipe them. The touch was cold but dear to me. The Grand Festival trailer after the stream? Probably not. I'm probably just going to be surprised by it. I want to be surprised by it.
I thought you knew what I wanted.
What do you mean? What did I do wrong? A wind blew away the mist, revealing a steadfast figure. A pair of fearless amber eyes locked on me.
No need to hesitate or waver. I will always protect you.
Wow. Okay. Oh, it's Kiddo! I saw a flashing light. That golden-haired boy beamed a smile at me, more brilliant than the sun. What the heck am I saying, oh, it's Kiddo for? Lucian's who I like. Gotta go now. See you later, KJ Tim. But now I'm starting to like Kiddo, and it's all your guys' fault. You told me you wanted me to work on dating Kiddo. Oh, it's the real Kiddo, too. It's not the Helios Kiddo.
Wow, Miss Chips, you found me.
I did! Ah! I guess I am. I did not expect that. I couldn't resist reaching out, but that golden light scattered to pieces between my fingers. Tick. In this silent world, the hand of time fell forward, one click. A harsh white light filled my vision, consuming everything. I had to close my eyes. Drifting blacks and whites merged in the void, like a mirror's real and false sides becoming one. Suddenly, something cold and delicate fell on my closed eyelid, then rolled down like a tear. I don't know if I got it, but I'm gonna try to capture the moment when I saw Kiddo. Tick-tock. The next instant, it felt as if my soul returned to my body, as all my senses slowly recovered. Oh my gosh, I just saw myself with glasses. These are blue screen glasses. There shouldn't be any glare on them. What a pain in the ass. Oh well, it's fine. They don't look bad on me, I guess. I'm gonna have to get used to them anyway, because I'm eventually gonna be wearing glasses. As all my senses slowly recovered. Sound, temperature, touch, a howling cold wind from afar washed over my face in cold, wet gust. I couldn't believe how real it felt. As my mind raced with speculations, my hands began to tremble. After a moment's hesitation, I opened my eyes. Upon a sight I'd recognize anywhere. It's LFG! This is... Flurries of snow filled a city of pure white, skyscrapers poking through the mist in the distance. Occasionally a car passed on the road before me, leaving a long trail in the fallen snow. People came and went, occasionally sticking a hand out to catch a snowflake, most smiling happily. Am I back? I took a tentative step, but my body lunged forward impatiently, as if eager to see. Every street, every building, every little corner shop. I left footprints past them all. I brushed past people carrying umbrellas of every color, saying sorry to each stranger and getting an "it's okay" back each time. I couldn't stop my legs, and I stretched out my arms to greedily breathe in the air. No flu, no disasters, no panic, just a supremely reassuring tranquility. Loveland City. I really had come back. A thrill of joy had filled my entire chest. I couldn't hold back a smile, nor a few tears. This world is wonderful. I let out a deep breath. The hot air turned to mist, then dissipated in the wind. In this moment, the person I most want to see is... Alright, guys! Unlocked main story stage 19-2. Would you like to continue? Start thinking about what person you want to see. Okay, see here. The botanical garden I visit often has brought in some new species, seemingly reminding me that it's time to learn some extra botanical knowledge. Having you by my side seems to make all unknown things interesting. Well then, may I take this opportunity to invite you to go to the library and look for the answers to today's questions. It's snowing in Loveland! I don't know if anybody's going to answer that, but yay, it's snowing in Loveland. Okay. So you have to get jigsaw pieces. Splatoon 3 had a lot of potential for new and returning stages. Oh, I know, and I wish they could have done more than what they did. I'm not even kidding. Well, I already passed the mark, so... Let's just see how high of a score I can get. Perfect. Is everything perfect? Is it all perfect? Is this whole world perfect? What is going on here? I was totally out of creative ideas. Summon karma. Whoa! Holy cow! Sometimes alcohol is useful to dispel anxieties. Guys, please don't take that advice. Like, for real. I got 2 stars on that? Well, that's dumb. Every ad before the evening news was of the liquor. Although the ad was awful, the brand snacks taste good. Okay, how many times can I retry this? Because I don't know... Okay, I need freaking 50 jigsaw pieces to go anywhere. So while I'm farming for jigsaw pieces... Who should I go visit? I'm assuming I know the answer. But here, we'll just do a quick poll. We get to choose who I go visit first. So if you have a boy that you like... And I'll even give a description of their hair color so that you know which boy it is. Controlling. And all right, there you go. Who are we gonna visit? There's 4 different places we can go. How many jigsaw puzzles do I have right now? Where do I see how many jigsaw puzzles I have? Like, oh. Does it not tell me? Oh, there it is. 165. Did I ever have a pet robot like Cosmo or Vector? No, I didn't. So I have 165 jigsaw puzzle pieces. To unlock Keto's path, which is the one that's got 100% votes right now, with 2 votes. I think that that's pretty unanimous. 2 votes, unlock Keto. Okay, gotcha. Here you know the movie Real Seal. I've never seen it. Alright, confirm to consume 50 jigsaw puzzle to open Keto's storyline and unlock the first story stage. Yes, confirm. Oh.
Miss Chips, did you miss your super Kiro?
I did! I did miss you! Why did I miss you so much, though? Like, when I saw you, I felt so happy. Huh? You're back to Loveland?
Of course not. But I miss the hot pots, cakes, and bubble tea we binged together.
Aww. Bubble tea, man! Boba tea, let's do it! If anybody's ever in Springfield, Missouri, and wants to meet me at a really good boba tea shop, I'll take you to Lucky Cat. Such a foodie. Seven is gonna give you a long dressing down if he heard you.
You can't stop them from popping up in my mind. Besides food, I also miss...
Drinks?
Hey, you're ruining the moment.
Well, I'm sorry.
Of course, I also miss you.
Aww.
When I come back, we'll eat at all the newly opened restaurants.
I'm looking forward to it, Keto. But we gotta eat at Souvenir first, because that's my favorite restaurant. Here comes the food again. And you'll still be busy for a while, right?
Right. But with all these interesting things and people around, I would say it's hectic but happy.
Cool. Hectic with your new album?
Yes, I'm trying a totally different style this time.
I'm already looking forward to it.
The trailer is about to release on that big screen in the square. Remember to check it out.
Kiddo's got your number. He's one of the nice sussy guys. I'm sure a lot of people are going.
But I hope you can be one of them. Crap! Saban is calling me. Gotta work.
Off you go then.
Right. Bye. I hope to see you under the screen.
Aww. But I want to see you in person, Keto. What? That was it? Janile Sunshine took the edge of the winter chill and coated the world in a warm golden glow. I finally had a weekend free of work, so I decided to take a walk. Snowflakes fluttered down like confetti, highlighting the smiles on people's faces. Everything was quiet and normal, but a dark undercurrent sometimes welled up in my heart. Starting about a week ago, scattered snippets of disaster have been flashing in my mind. It was like a nightmare, but as vivid as real life. It was like another person's memories. As I looked at the peaceful, placid day, I couldn't help but ask myself, I'm trying to get a drink of water here, Luna. Sorry. Again and again. Was it real or an illusion? Then my consciousness seemed to retreat on its own. Those scenes were all buried in mist. In those fragments, there was only one distinct smile that again and again encouraged me.
You didn't realize it at the time, but we've met before. We shall stand in darkness as we defend the light. If you want to go play the superhero and save Loveland City, then you can't go without me.
Aww! The sounds in my mind overlapped with the ones around me. I turned my head and was met with Keto's image on the big screen. Those sky blue eyes, so deep and gentle, drove away the clouds from one's heart. Passers-by came to a halt to listen to that pure voice, alongside the swaying melody. His new album was a little different. It didn't take your heart by storm, more like a mild invasion. I thought he quit music. When did he get back into music? I could have sworn he quit music. Because remember, it caused a bunch of riots and stuff, and he quit music? He made a new what? Every note of the melody seeped into the veins of the listener, down to the marrow. Ew! Dulcet tones weaved a tale of springtime, making one forget the current chilly weather. Gotta go, gotta make dinner. See you later, So Peachy. Thank you for being here. Also, I heard that if I say, smash that like button, the like button lights up. But I don't know if that's true or if that is just something that happens on bigger YouTuber channels. So let me know. Don't forget to smash that like button. Luna doesn't like it very much. The album was playing on a loop on the screen. Fans began to gather around in a steady trickle. They held their phones up high, snapping photos as they screamed. Still a crowd pleaser.
Seeing that everyone likes my new song so much makes me happy.
Wait, you just called me and said that you weren't going to see me for a long time.
Miss Chips, do you like the new album too?
This is so weird. This alternate reality or whatever this is weird. That inimitable voice from the big screen was now whispering into my ear. I turned around in surprise, but all I saw were a few fans standing around.
I'm over here.
This time, the playful voice came from the other side, along with a smug chuckle. Having learned my lesson, I turned in the opposite direction and caught Kiro mid-laughter. As always, he had on a full disguise, and most of his face was in shadow. That is not a disguise! And he doesn't even have his face covered. That's not a disguise. What? Who calls this a disguise? You're fired. You're fired from making disguises, Kiro. But those azure eyes and golden hair swaying as he laughed were as bright as a spring day. Kiro! I had so much I wanted to say to him. Like what fun location he recorded the new album in, or what new foods he'd discovered, or if he'd found any new inspirations, or gotten any new work. I also wanted to ask why he said all those encouraging words to me. But amidst all these questions, the one that popped to the fore was, of course, what are you doing here? Before I'd finished talking, he put his finger up to my lips.
Shh. I snuck out today. If anyone finds out, Savin will read me the riot act.
As he spoke, he cocked his head and gave me a wink so I wouldn't blow his cover. But your work. Thinking that he must still be busy with the release of the album, I couldn't help worrying. I swear, this is not a disguise. Everybody knows who you are, Kiro. You're just lucky that nobody's noticed you but me.
Are you turning into Savin now too, only caring about my work?
Oh, come on, Kiro. I'm just worried about you. Hello, Tony. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I did, and I haven't watched the trailer, but I did see what teams there are, and I know what team already that I'm going to be on. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised at what I pick. If they are, then I don't know what to tell them. They don't know me very well if they're surprised at what I pick.
Doesn't anybody care about actual Kiro?
I care about you, Kiro. That's why I'm saying, are you sure you're okay? No, I'm not going to watch the trailer live. No, I'm not going to watch the trailer live. I'm going to try not to watch the trailer. That way it don't get spoiled. And so I can go into the Splatfest super surprised about everything. Like I usually do. Even through his airtight disguise, I could clearly see his pretty eyebrows drooping. Language barrier. No, he's keto. It sounds like I'm saying keto because in Japanese with the R, you have to pronounce it kind of like an R and an L at the same time, which can kind of make it sound like a T sound, even though it's not. So it's like kiro. Kiro. But when you do it really fast, it's kiro. 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 Yeah, totally. Airtight disguise. Totally. I knew it was very likely putting on an act, but it was enough to melt anyone's heart. I care about you too. First, tell me, why did you sneak out all of a sudden? He had done something like this before when he was going through a creative slump. If that really was the case, then I hoped I could be of at least some help to him.
There is something, and it has to do with you. As for the details, let's take a walk and I'll tell you.
Okay. He took me by the hand and walked toward a large street filled with people coming and going. As we were walking past his fans, my heart felt like it was going to jump out of my throat. But he looked cool as a cucumber, stepping briskly down the snow-covered street.
I hear the stage for the celebration is all set up. Want to go check it out?
You're sure you want to go to a place with so many people?
Don't worry. Kiro, the master of disguise, wouldn't be recognized so easily.
This is not a disguise. You're fired. You, in the real world, Kiro, if this is what you were wearing to disguise yourself, you would be taken out in a second. Because all your fans would be flocking to you. Cool as a cucumber. Yeah. Is that a title you just now gave yourself?
Enough about me.
Even though his mouth was complaining, his hand kept a tight hold on me.
Don't worry about work stuff. I'm a consummate professional who always makes his deadlines.
Congratulations. I definitely have trouble with deadlines. Especially if they don't give you a deadline.
In order to enjoy an early celebration with you today, I've put in a lot of hard work.
Keto equals sus. Well, not to Moose. Moose thinks Keto is the least sussy, but I feel like Keto's pretty sus. Hearing him say this, I finally noticed under his luscious lashes were 2 streaks of dark blue. What? He's dressing up like JoJo Siwa now? But I still couldn't make head or tail of what he was talking about. Is it his eyes? I thought they were talking about like streaks going down his face like JoJo Siwa. For me? He leaned in mysteriously. I even thought I could feel his bangs swipe against my nose.
You can't hide your little secrets from me.
What little secrets?
When I called you earlier, I noticed that you sounded a little down.
Huh? No, not me. I was fine. Not even I had realized it. I guess those weird images in my mind have been getting to me.
You see, there really is something on your mind. If that's the case, then just leave everything to me. Cotton candy, meat skewers, takoyaki. Let me and great food put a smile on your face.
Let's do it. Let's go get some takoyaki. Seeing him gesticulate about, yeah, some of these words are really like advanced words that I don't ever use in everyday language. Who goes around saying gesticulate? Raise your hand. I guess I need to start doing that though now that I'm sporting glasses. I couldn't help but laugh and mutter under my breath. Those are all things that you like to eat. Takoyaki Nippon onegai shimasu. That translates to 2 takoyaki, please. Bro knows to give you noms when you're not happy. Speaking, oh my gosh, so which is better, cheeseburgers or cheeseburgers, all the way. Cheeseburgers. So I've surprised some of the kids I'm working with because I don't think they realized that I knew Jin whatever language. And so I understand when they're saying things that are inappropriate and they're like, what? You knew what that meant? And I'm like, yep, I did. This game is Sigma. I have heard them say that a couple times, yes.
Hey, don't second guess my motives.
Bruh, I got the best glizzies and za, no cap. Oh my gosh. And they think that this language is so cool and they sound all gangster with it. And I'm just like, dude, this is crazy. What is Sigma? Sigma is basically saying something is super cool. I don't know glizzies and za though. I don't think I remember glizzies and za. But Moose probably knows what glizzies and za means. I don't think they put it in a sentence if they didn't. Yeah, it basically just means something super cool. And a lot of times they'll like add skibbity at the beginning of their sentence. A little more nuance. Yeah, true. Or dogs and pizza. Hot dogs and pizza. It's okay, Mango Ninja. Mango's got it. Is that what that is? Glizzies and za? Oh, okay, za makes sense. Glizzies, why would that be hot dogs? Like, I get the za. I get that, but the glizzies are hot dogs? What? Zaza is weed. Oh yeah, there's a lot of different things that stand for weed. From weed. Firearms. Yeah, there's another word they use specifically for firearms. I think so. I think.
It's true. They are things I like to eat. But without you, it would all be meaningless. Let's go! Let's go! Where should we start?
Cotton candy. As he spoke, he grabbed my hand and strode for the park's main stage, humming a tune. The happy music and colorful decorations imbued an otherwise bleak winter day with excitement. It was just a prelude, but it was enough to make you want to dive in. I need 50 more jigsaw puzzle pieces. Oh, I'm good. For the next part of the story. So you have to have jigsaw pieces to unlock all of these. So we may just only do Kiro's path. If it lets us get away with that. So that we can continue on with the real story. Because at this rate, if I'm going to have to gather up jigsaw pieces for all of these paths, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that with the stamina I have. And granted, I could use my gems for stamina. But you have to spend 20 gems to buy 60 stamina. So that wouldn't get us very far either. I don't want to come out. Okay, so Gyat is basically a way to talk about a super attractive woman who has curves. You want to play a game? I want Tajine. I hope I get Tajine. The celebration venue was still being set up with great fervor. The faces of the busy people not only showed some sweat, but also expectant smiles. Some booths that had set up earlier were already open for business, like Kiro's cotton candy.
What flavor do you want?
Strawberry. Ah! I didn't even know that I was actually gonna say that. Oh my gosh, I love when I accidentally predict things. Oh my gosh. They need to have Zoomer. I want strawberry. No, wait, I'll go buy it. You wait here. Thinking of the commotion that would ensue after he gets recognized, I hastily held him back.
Don't worry. It's time for you to witness my extraordinary abilities of disguise.
You have no disguise! You're a dumbass if you think you're disguised. It's like Happy ESPN or something. This is not a disguise! How? No. He confidently held a thumbs up at me and then dashed off. My nervous heart was not only in my throat, but beating wildly because of his smile. Not to mention, if he gets found out in a place like this, it'll make the headlines instantly. I waited anxiously, and soon Kido came skipping back with 2 sticks of cotton candy.
See? I told you I wouldn't fail.
Even with his whole face hidden behind a hood. Where is his face hidden? His dazzling smile still outshone the sun. A suit and glasses worked for Kal-El. That gloom shrouding my heart really did seem to be driven away by his charm. Is that why his fans like him too? Just seeing him, just hearing his voice, you get infected by this ceaseless vitality. Thinking this, a smile spread across my lips. I reached out and took the strawberry cotton candy. But he didn't let go. Instead, he grabbed my hand and pulled the pink confection to his own mouth. Hey, that's rude! A few wisps of it stuck to his face, but he didn't care in the slightest. Give me my cotton candy, bruh! A guest star host? Introduce yourself? The melting candy glinted in the light, reflecting his similarly glimmering eyes.
After a live taste test, I give this cotton candy a Kier rating of 5 stars.
That was so bad. That was so bad. That was the best you could come up with? That was a horrible pun. I'm like, no, I hate puns. That was so bad. Ugh. Ugh.
You try it. It's really good.
Stealing cotton candy, that's risking 100% Riz loss with a slight chance of skibbity. He tore off a huge piece as he spoke and shoved it in my mouth. I thought he was gonna make me eat the cotton candy while he ate the cotton candy. And I was freaking out. Thank goodness that's not what was happening. The fluffy texture instantly melted into a burst of sweetness, just like the smile on his face. Yeah, so sweet.
Isn't it?
Oh gosh, his voice kind of cracked there because of my phone being dumb.
And now, which lucky contestant will we try next?
What do you mean? With one hand, he held the half-eaten cotton candy, and with the other, he pulled me along. But puns are punny, no. It felt like a long time since I'd strolled around like this with him. If I could, I wanted to treasure every second of it. But I had a faint feeling that if I just let my hand go, all this beauty would slip away. I unconsciously squeezed his hand harder. The warmth helped reassure me a little. Before I could choose the next booth, a familiar prelude sounded from the stage. It's Love of the Stars! Just this one.
It's your favorite song!
Am I tired of yam jokes? Yes, I am. Oh my god. Before the prelude was over, he pulled me up to the stage, still busily being set up. Workers were as busy as bees, not realizing at all that the actual artist was before them. How stupid are these people? A trickle of snow fell from the sky like delicate stars falling among us, like a special effect. Kido picked up a clear umbrella from the seat next to us and held it just over my head.
Now's our chance. Want to hear me sing a song live?
Ah, that's such a cute picture! Yes. Yes, I do. Will you actually sing? Will you actually sing?
It's a live show just for you.
Just for me? All right, go get him. Oh, gosh, no. I actually thought it was an actual thing. And then, and then I read the rest and I'm like, really? Really? Exactly. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button. And if it does light up when I say smash that like button, let me know. Because it did when I was watching a video today, but it may only be on videos. And they may have done something to cause it to look like it did. Because it was the Game Grumps. I nodded and listened as he softly sang into my ear the words of this song I knew so well.
I got a song that I wanna sing for you. It may not be perfect, but it'll have to do.
He actually can sing! You very rarely hear a voice actor that can actually sing. I want the fancy like button. YouTube, what about me, man? Oh my god, if that was actually sang by Sean Chiplock, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not bad. Fluttering snow fell softly on the umbrella, tinged with brilliant hues from the stage lights. I was drawn by those lights, but I couldn't take my eyes off that brilliant azure blue. I was the only thing reflected in his eyes. The tiny image of me was smiling a heartfelt smile. Everything was pure, good, and precious. The complete opposite of those memories disturbing my nights as of late. At the chorus, he leaned in closer and even gently brushed a strand of my hair behind my ear. The heat from his fingertips and his breath washed over my ear, making his words even more tender. His pure voice mixed with the aroma of cotton candy so sweet it felt like I was bathing in honey. If this moment could last forever. That's true. That's true, Moose. If the world could pause in this moment. I clapped along to the song, then his hand suddenly covered mine as he made an irresistible invite. An irresistible invite?
Will you sing the last verse with me?
I don't know your song, bruh! I can try. If you're actually gonna sing it, I can try. Shimmering waves ripped across his ocean blue eyes, washing away all my worries. Yes, this moment of beauty may not last forever, but just having had it is enough. Okay, let's sing till the end. I started singing after him, a little off-key at first. I can do off-key. I have a song that I want to sing for you! And you know, some actors actually have to go through freaking training to learn how to sing bad. I blushingly lowered my head, but he just laughed, adjusted his pitch, and sang with me to the end. He adjusted his pitch, so now we're both singing out of tune. We're just like, I love you, baby! Dude, I should go on America's Got Talent. What do you think? And I could totally win over the crowd with that voice. Because it had greater plans. Why are you guys filling my chat with puns? RIP headphone users. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. I have a song that I wanna sing for you. There you go. When the last notes faded, we both simultaneously started clapping for and smiling at each other. It's amazing how quick I pick up on songs. Like, I only heard that one time, and I already remember, like, the first line. On stage, they switched to another song. Still one of his, but this time he just sang a few lines.
Can you stay like this and not move?
I wish we could. He suddenly hunched in close to me, as if hiding from someone. Oh, is Saban coming after us? His golden hair tickled my forehead. I was so nervous my back tensed up straight. He took hold of my slightly perspiring palm and explained the situation to me.
Our cover may be blown.
Uh-oh. Well, that's because you don't have a good disguise, you dummy.
But don't worry, we just need to get out of here before they react.
Kiro's never gonna give me up or let me down. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, he let me down whenever he made me forget all about him after he admitted that he was Helios. That really let me down. He let me down when he controlled my mind and made me walk away and hide in the staircase. That let me down. Then he disappeared and I never saw him again. Thought he died. That makes sense. Cottage cheese, that makes sense.
When I count to 1, we'll both make a break for that little path. Run as fast as you can, okay?
Run, run, run as fast as you can. Not creepy at all. I looked him in the eyes and nodded my head, then heard his soft voice counting down in my ear. He did. He deserted me several times. Several times. The one time he said that Kiro didn't exist, it was just Helios, and then he just disappeared. And the other time, whenever he made me, with his mind control powers, walk into the staircase and shut the door, and then I never saw him again for like a whole volume. The other time, he wasn't exactly himself. He's doing his most goodest to be the least sussy of the Bacchus. I don't think so. I think he's the most sussy. It's always the innocent one. Oh, God, I can't say that. Never mind. Forget what I said. We're just going to pretend like I said nothing. And continue on with the I'm an innocent streamer. Makes sense, right? I am not guilty. Not guilty. There's no proof. And it'll be hard to get proof now, so... Slay for real. Hello, Starfay. How are you?
3, 2, 1, run!
I am not in shape. I work, I sit all the time, and I stream, and I act, and that's literally my life. With that, I was pulled along at a run to a little path not far from the stage. You can't clip it. It's too late now. The live stream's already past that. Ugh. Great, for real. Diagnosis, corrective lenses. Aw, man. With that, I was pulled along at a run to a little path not far from the stage. I wanted to look back and see if those people were following us, but his voice stopped me.
Don't look back! Just keep running!
After running quite a way through the park, I felt I couldn't keep going and slowed down. Nuh-uh! There's no proof. Huff, huff. Huff, huff. I guess I should do this more like an actress since I am practicing voice acting and doing voice acting stuff. They didn't follow us, did they?
No, they didn't. We made it.
No, I can read 4 because Smiths destroyed my vision and the school nurse said I had 2/3 of your far-sighted vision. Oh no. I would go with the McFlurry Although, I really like to go to McDonald's and get the hot fudge sundae with caramel on it. I don't like the nuts. I don't want the nuts. But hot fudge sundae and caramel, really good. Please don't send me the clip and don't put it in the Discord. Nobody needs to know what I just said. I looked back on the path with only our footprints in it and let out a big sigh. My body felt hot after all that running, and yet a strange cold feeling crept up from my feet. Caramel equals over. No! Caramel is so good! Caramel is like the best! I shivered, then got a feeling of deja vu at the expanse of pure white before me. Nah, I'm just kidding. If you post it, you post it. It's not that big of a deal. This world of nothing but wind and snow looked clear and bright, but also somehow lacking something. Even the deepest depth of my heart felt empty. Alright. So something's feeling off about this world to me. Oh, I don't have any good ones for this? Well, there goes my 2-star chance. Or 3-star chance. Oh, look, we get all these keto cards for the keto story. I love it. Look at my hot keto cards, everybody, that I'm working on. Good, you're here. Now I'm content. My every encounter with you is a celebration. I just realized my mouse has been on the screen this whole time. The star in your hand brightens up the night sky. There's a beautiful lady, lovely with clear eyes. Beauty lady. Hire a better planner next time. The expensiveness is still not strong enough. Anyway, I use the product instead of watching the ad, so I don't really care about the quality of the ad. Okay? It goes good on... Not fuzzy junk! No! No fuzzy junk allowed! Not in my chat! I got 78 jigsaw puzzle. I should be able to go one more before I have to remake anything. Well, oh, there it is. Muffled sounds and music came from afar, no longer a familiar tune. We plumped down, panting, onto a roadside bench. He was flushed from the exercise. Seemingly unaware of his own face, he pointed at mine with a wide grin.
Your face is all red, like you've been roasted.
Well, so is yours.
How about I fan you to cool you down? Then you can fan me after.
I was not gonna read the fuzzy junk. You have that game? Which one? Which game do you have? Did I miss something? He earnestly fanned me, obviously to little effect. In fact, his own face grew redder still.
Whew. It's been a while since I had a good run like that. Feels kind of nice working up a sweat.
I think the sweat is more from fright. Not only because we were almost discovered, but because of a thought I just had. At first I thought Kiro had driven away my worries, but they were still stuck firm in my mind. Oh, you need to play Blush Blush. He sat up straight beside me and looked around, finally spotting a vending machine not far away.
I'll get you something to drink to help soothe your nerves.
Okay.
Also, I'll throw in a Kiro bear hug.
I'll take the hug. I like hugs. I wish more of my IRL friends would give me hugs. Seeing him stretch his arms out wide, I closed my eyes tightly. I mean, yeah, it is free on Steam. I just didn't expect you to want that one. I thought you'd go for Crush Crush, which is for the boys. With all these girls in it. But the warm embrace I was expecting didn't come. There was only his enigmatic voice in my ear.
We can't be sure they didn't follow us, so the hug will have to wait until it's just the two of us.
The warmth from his breath faded, and when I opened my eyes, he had already run off. So why couldn't he hug me? I want a hug. I want a hug. His golden hair glowed with sunlight, reflecting off the snow like he was an angel fallen to earth. He pored over the vending machine offerings, and after a long while, he came back with 2 drinks.
I can't believe they sell these in such an out-of-the-way machine. I had to get you one.
What are they? He expertly popped the top and handed the fizzing can to me. Oh, I know what those are. Those are yummy. Nah, I got it. He'd made it sound like such a rarity, I couldn't help look the can over first. I've never seen this brand before. They're Ramoons, I think, is what it's called. Ramoons in Japan.
Taste it first. I guarantee you'll love it.
The lively, bubbling noises sounded particularly enticing after our workout. I took a huge gulp. A pleasantly sweet and refreshing sensation swirled in my mouth. I quickly took 2 more swigs. Kiro sat close and watched, legs swinging. The look on his face was more refreshing than the soda. Oh, do they have a new FNAF game coming out? Dang, they are just pumping those games out like candy.
I came across these before when I was abroad shooting a music video. You don't see them much here. Maybe it was just fate that I was able to find them here with you.
FNAF Into the Pit. Does that mean it's going to be based on the daycare and it's going to be Moondrop and Sundrop only? I would take that. I would so take that. People's fates are entwined with sodas now, are they?
Of course.
He said this seriously, not like he was joking. His eyes fell upon me more blazing than the sun.
Every kind of encounter has some unseen destiny behind it. That goes for this can of soda and you, or that bag of chips and me that day. Or me and you. From birth, every encounter is destined by fate.
His words were supposed to be sweet, but why did he look so lonely as he said them? Oh, it has a time-traveling ball pit. So yeah, we might get to see Moondrop and Sundrop. I looked into his eyes deep as pools, suddenly getting an indescribable sense of deja vu. Maybe we had already crossed paths before then? Maybe what I thought was a first meeting was actually a long-awaited reunion ordained by fate? While I was lost in thought, Kiro, now smiling again, snatched the soda from my hand. Perhaps not intentionally, as he drank, he put his lips to the can right where I had put mine. We got Spring Bonnie, that'll work. I wish we'd get Moondrop again. The harsh winter wind stopped for but a moment, and I could already feel the heat rising on my face. The individual responsible, instead of showing remorse, just swung his legs and joked.
Actually, that was all just lines from a script. It's a new character I'm playing. Judging by the dumbfounded look on your face, you thought it was all real, didn't you?
Perhaps a certain someone's acting ability is too good?
Don't get angry. The reason I remembered those lines is because I really like them.
So, you believe in things being ordained by fate, like most little girls do?
Yes, but I only believe the first encounters are arranged by fate part.
I hate that we just subgrouped all little girls believing that things are ordained by fate. Guys can believe that too. And when I was a little girl, I didn't think anything about fate and things being ordained by fate. I was just living the best life I could. Welcome back, Mango Ninja. But of course, this is a dating sim for girls, and it doesn't use they, them pronouns like obey me, so I'm glad it was good.
Whether you meet again, that's up to you.
He held his hand up to the sunlight and then closed it tightly as if grabbing something. Pega X buttered chicken? Where did that come from? As if he had a sunbeam in his hand, he slowly brought it down in front of me. Then suddenly, in his just now empty hand lay the other can of soda that hadn't been opened yet. There is no fate but what we make. He stuffed the can on my coat pocket and leaned in to say some parting words to it. It's better than Pega X Monty. True, but what about Moondrop? You keep forgetting about Moondrop.
It seems the two of you were meant to be, so I won't get in your way.
What is going on? Why is Kiro so depressed and moody? What the frick?
But you've got to promise me you'll watch over her. Don't let her stay up all night.
What is this? I am so confused by all of this. Every bit of it. You, of all people, are going to call me out for staying up late? Moondrop is not the worst character. How dare you say that? You're hurting my heart.
I usually have Sabin looking out for me. Today is a special occasion.
To a train while under the influence of too much booze. That's true. We teased each other back and forth as we wandered around the concert venue. All the way until Kiro had to go back. We weren't discovered by anyone at all. Thank you!
Are you feeling a little better?
Is best character. Not just a little. Thank you. I couldn't help throwing open my arms and hugging him. He was taken aback for a moment and then lightly put his hands on my back.
Well, that's good. Promise you'll stay happy and cheerful when I'm not around, okay?
I couldn't look up to see his face, but there seemed to be a tinge of sadness in his voice. Kiro?
All right, your ride's here. You get back and rest up.
Without giving me time to question, he loaded me into the taxi he'd arranged ahead of time. I kept looking back from the car. He stood there waving and smiling, that unsinkable smile of his. Even when his face became a blurry dot, his arm was still waving, sending me positive vibes. Radiant, upbeat like a sun, without a speck of negativity. Maybe that lowness in his voice was just my imagination after all? I took out the soda from my pocket and carefully opened it, only to cut my finger on the pull tab. Okay, so it's not the Ray Moon. It's an actual American can. Ouch! The blood ran down my fingertip, dripping onto the words, "Get one free" on the back of the tab. Does this count as good luck or bad? After dealing with the wound, I stared at the little tab, thinking I should share my luck with him. I carefully wiped away the trace of blood, took a picture, and sent it to him. My phone remained silent in my coat pocket all the way until I fell asleep. The notification beep I was so looking forward to didn't sound once. Not quite yet. I want to see what the mementos say right now. Because I said it's snowing in Loveland City. Okay, so the only people replying to my post right now are the people I work with. Minor. Boss, I can totally tell how excited you are just by seeing the letters. Boss, you're just in time for the snow after your long business trip. Didn't you guys catch a cold when having a snowball fight last year? So that's a little weird. You would think that some of the other boys would put their thoughts into that. Oh, whoops. Oh, I forgot I had some more box office contests that I need to do. Oh, it's the last time I can refresh. Please give me good. Ugh, it didn't give me anything good. So now I just have to run through it with a losing streak. I mean, I started watching My Hero. Oh, do you like it? Do you like My Hero Academia? Well, that was sucky. That felt bad. Okay, let's get this stuff here. Is there anybody else? Nope. 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 Just keto. Alright. You just try to turn the hotel room lights off by telling your Alexa to do it. Why are you in a hotel? Is that, or are you just in there temporarily, or is that something you're going to be in for a while? Alright, I have 28 jigsaw puzzle pieces, and I need 50 to unlock more of Keto's story. Alright. Alright. Confirm. Another dream. This time the dream wasn't bloody, cruel violence, but an expanse of white. Snow and mist intertwined. I was surrounded by snow white in all directions. I stepped blindly forward, not knowing where to go. Except there was a voice in my mind that kept pushing me. Find him. Find him. Oh, you're on a business trip. Gotcha. I didn't know who him was. I could only feel my way along a little path. Suddenly, a familiar streak of gold swept past in front of me. Clutching at this clue, I quickly followed, but I couldn't keep up. Ah, I gotcha. Seemingly having heard my following footsteps, that person's head turned slightly. Just a little more and I'd be able to see who he actually was. Don't go! I sat up in bed, clutching at air tinged with golden dawn sunlight. Before I had time to think back on my dream, an urgent ringing sounded. Pegasusangel, can you get in touch with Keto? Huh? Hang on, I'll check. Please see if you can, thanks. I tried calling his phone, and it said the number doesn't exist. And not just me, everyone who's tried has said the same thing. I hope nothing's happened. Hearing him say that, I woke up completely out of my drowsy stupor. Bakugo makes you angry? He loves I'm sorry. Don't panic yet. I'm trying right now. Although I was trying to comfort him, I could feel a tide of anxiety rising in me. I tried to calm myself down and not jump to the worst conclusions. My hand gripped the phone. I scrolled through my contacts, and with a trembling finger, I dialed Keto's phone. A long dial tone set me on edge. I tried to stay patient, but I got the same response as Savin. After confirming that was Keto's number, I obstinately dialed a second time. But waiting for me was still the same old response. Sorry, the number you have dialed does not exist. The cold robotic voice rang cruelly in my ear, swallowing me in endless despair. Was that dream of the white expanse a precognition dream after all? No. Perhaps before that he had already tried to warn me. That bitter smile on his face as he said goodbye yesterday. Maybe that was goodbye for good. See, there he goes again. He's abandoning me again. This is the third time now. How can you say he's a good guy? Freaking... I don't like being abandoned, man. For real. Just talk about my abandonment issues a little bit. No, let's not do that. If only I'd paid a little more attention to it at the time. I will say this, though. I tend to get really, really anxious when I have friends that I don't see very often and I can't talk. They don't talk to me for a while. Always reasons, and it's for the best. Why would he abandon me? I've been abandoned 3 times by him. I've been abandoned several times by Victor and Lucian, and even Gavin has abandoned me. The only person who hasn't abandoned me yet is the guy named Shaw that we met like a couple volumes ago. And I guess even then he's abandoned me because I haven't seen him since. But no, I do tend to get really anxious. I'm gonna let you down, never gonna around and desert you. I know. I'm talking about like my IRL friends, like the friends that I try to keep daily contact with, things like that. Or see daily. I get really anxious if they don't message me for a couple days. I start thinking maybe I did something and they don't want nothing to do with me. Welcome to being abandoned when you were 10 years old. If only I paid a little more attention to it at the time. If only I'd held on and not let go of him. If only I'd come out and ask what was on my mind. I did know you rickrolled me, but I just kind of... I got to the point now when I see a rickroll, it's happened so much now that it's kind of like when someone comes into my chat and says something like, "You're ugly." It's just like, okay. Thanks for watching my stream and liking the stream anyway. Yeah, he did. We're never gonna give you up and never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. How are you, Freddy? Ugh. Maybe he wouldn't have just disappeared like this. I rushed out the door and hailed a cab. Not sure at first where to tell the driver to go. Where to, miss? Places we'd been together flashed through my mind, but none of them seemed right. I squirmed in the seat, suddenly remembering that what I'd seen in my dream. Was it a hint? A high place where I could see cloudy mist. Alright, see you later, Orville. Have a good night. Sleep well. Miss, are you going somewhere or not? Yes. Take me to the TV tower, please. I wasn't completely sure, but I clung to this last shred of hope, nevertheless. I hoped I wouldn't be like me in the dream, that I'd run faster and grab hold of him tight. After many twists and turns, the TV tower loomed closer. My heart raced all the way until I got to the roof and saw his shining figure amidst the snow. Keto! He turned, a trace of shock flashing through his clear, pure eyes, but fading just as fast.
What are you doing here?
Even with that look on his face, I felt actual anger at him for the first time ever. Well, why shouldn't I be here? Savin and everyone else are all looking for you. Did you know that? I wanted to say something like, I'm glad you're okay. Whatever it is, we can talk about it. But for some reason, the words just stuck in my throat. I couldn't bring myself to say them. He stood a few steps away, not moving, seemingly deaf to my question. The air between us seemed to become a force field, cutting us off from understanding one another. Keto? As I called his name, I seemed to hear him whisper mine too. His voice wasn't clear like it usually was, but like the sun hidden behind clouds.
I will explain everything to Savin and the others. But before I do, can I ask you a question?
Wind swept back his bangs. There wasn't a ray of sunshine, but his eyes dimly shone all the same. I stared straight into his pupils and nodded firmly, awaiting his question.
If I wasn't Kiro the superstar anymore, would you still like me? Would you still think of me?
Of course I would. You don't have to be a superstar. This was a question that he'd actually asked quite a few times before. And every time my answer was always the same. No matter what kind of life you have, you'll always be Kiro, and I'll always think of you. A familiar light flashed through his eyes, and the gloom was lifted from him for a moment. Sorry, I had to correct the grammar.
Thank you.
Wait. Whoa. His eyes are gold. This is bad. This is bad. His eyes are gold. He finally walked toward me. Then I realized his blue eyes somehow had turned gold. You are not controlling my mind this time. No. The haze over my memories was suddenly blown away, becoming clear and distinct. The same rooftop, the same weather, the same sorrowful Kiro, and the same me still unable to change a thing. I wanted to close my eyes, but I was already too late.
I command you.
No! Are you freaking gonna abandon me again? God damn it. Why do these boys all abandon you? Ah. Why do boys always abandon you? Why? Tell me. Tell me, baby. Why do these boys in this game always abandon you? You don't know? Me neither. I don't know either. I have enough abandonment issues. I don't need them in games. You agree, don't you, Luna? You agree? We don't need abandonment issues in games. Games are supposed to be fun, not make us want to cry. Ugh, yep, super sussy, extra sussy mode engaged. Everything that just occurred felt like a sky full of snow and melted into nothingness. You can't find your SAT score? Oh no. Hello, Jetstream Sam. The wind blew his hair, blocking his handsome features. My feet walked back the way I'd come, beyond my control. I couldn't even turn my head. In that last moment, I clearly saw a bright scar creep down the side of his face. It looked just like a shooting star. The noise of traffic sounded beside me. I looked at the commotion in a daze. It's okay, no worries. Static seemed to blanket the other parts of my memory. Only one thought came through clearly. I hailed a taxi and told the driver the one thing that was on my mind. Sir, I want to go home. Really, Kiro? Really? You gotta do this to me, Kiro? Really? The anime story. Yep. Gosh dang it, Kiro. Freaking abandoned me again. At least I have Luna still. Even if Kiro's not here anymore. And I've got Lynn's Liz. She's on my side. I will fulfill my promise to you one day. The questions are incisive, but not on point. Overall, it's quite good. The host is so tactful. Unlocked main story stage 19, Keto 6. Do I have enough? I do have enough jigsaw puzzles if it's 50. Okay, good. Okay, where's it at? There's 6. The roads were gridlocked. I started regretting taking a taxi. The blaring of car horns finally drove the driver to turn on the radio. A familiar melody played. To my surprise, the driver was more excited about it than me. I know this song. Keto, right? My daughter loves him so much. Yeah, I like him too. The car creaked forward as the crystal clear voice soothed my restless heart. Without knowing it, I was at that big screen from the day before, now playing some ad. After watching the same ad play for the 6th time, it was suddenly cut off midway. The screen darkened, flashed a few times, and then showed Keto dressed in a suit. Thinking this must be another promo for his new album, I stared unblinkingly at the screen. Just then, the flow of traffic started speeding up, almost little by little. The screen receded in the distance. I kept looking back until Keto was long gone. I couldn't see his oddly stern face, but the sound from the video came through clearly. I rolled down the window, and along with a chill wind came the sound of unbelievable news.
Thank you all for the support and love you've shown me all this time. But for the time being, I will be going into temporary retirement.
This already happened. It felt like a bomb had gone off in my head. This happened like way, way earlier in the story. And it caused riots and stuff. I couldn't hear the rest of what he said. There was a ringing in my ears, louder than the car horns. I urgently wanted to give Kiro a call and ask him what had happened. He loved the stage and its fans so much. How could he suddenly make such a decision? I reached into my pocket, but instead of finding my phone, something sharp sliced into my hand. I drew back my hand reflexively and tossed the hard, flat thing onto the empty seat next to me. It glinted in the light, as if giving off a signal, trying to remind me of something. What am I doing with this thing in my pocket? I placed it carefully in my hand. Faintly printed words about winning a prize reminded me. I was planning to share this with Kiro. The little tab sliced open a crack in my memory, and a trail of clues formed. Kiro putting me in a car, the prize-winning pull tab, Savin calling me in the morning, and then... Suddenly I was at the TV tower. I was looking for Kiro. Driver, stop the car, please. Lady, we're still a long way from your destination. Sorry, I'm not heading back. Right now, I had somewhere more important to be. After getting out of the car, I pushed my way through the crowd, dialing him again and again. But aside from the same robotic reply, I never got a response. The streets were filling with people apparently all going to the celebration. I was still worrying about how to contact Kiro when someone knocked my phone to the ground. He said sorry without turning his head, and then slipped into the dense crowd. Nobody was looking out for objects underfoot, so my phone was kicked several times. I bent over trying to catch it when a leather boot stepped on the side of it. What? Ah! The owner of the boot stopped walking, and I took the opportunity to pick it up. But before I could, a silver-haired person bent over quicker than me. Holding my phone between two fingers, he lifted his head, and I almost screamed. Helios?
Do you want this?
I want it. Oh god, that sounds so awful. Oh no! No. I'm innocent. I don't think about gross things like that. Oh, that was bad though. Oh, okay. Without another word or another look, he placed the smudge foam back in my hand and turned away. I wanted to chase after him, but he wouldn't slow his pace to wait for me like Kiro would have done. Seeing that he was about to disappear in the crowd, I grabbed at his sleeve in panic. At this, he turned and shot me a glance without a hint of friendliness in his eyes. Clearly the same blue eyes as Kiro, but more like polar ice than an azure sky. I ain't being sussy. What are you talking about?
What do you want? Money?
The heck? Think I'm a freaking gold digger or something? No, I just wanted to say thank you.
All right. Accept it.
He seemed to be a man of few words. Each reply was curt. Although we'd only met a few times, he always seemed like he was too busy to stop for anything. I don't know why I didn't let go. It just felt like I was clutching my final hope. After tugging his hand free and walking away, he stopped again after a few steps.
Want me to say you're welcome?
Ignoring his cold tone, I still asked that question he'd already denied countless times. Are you really not Kiro?
I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you. If you really want an answer, go find it yourself.
Dude, chill, man. I felt a firm force on my shoulder pushing me just outside of the crowd. I stood dazed for a few seconds until a big piece of snow fell on my nose. When I snapped to, he was long gone. All around was silver white, but no sign of that demonic man. Demonic man. Yeah, he is in a bad mood. That's Helios, though. That's Helios' personality. Even though it's Kiro, it's Helios. It's very weird. I don't know how to explain it. But somehow these powers give them the chance to change their appearance after a while. Yeah. My cracked phone vibrated in my hand. I looked down and saw a message from an unknown number. You have to act if you want to destroy it all. Destroy it all? Countless fragmented memories surged into my mind. Not just the rooftop just now, or yesterday, but everything from even earlier. These past few days and those cruel scenes weave together into a strange, incongruous tapestry. If outside the beauty here, everything else still hasn't been resolved, if that chaos and fighting was still going on somewhere I couldn't see. The snow fell harder on me, melting into icy water that seeped into my skin. The chill in my bones told me that this was the time to make my decision, the time to act. I walked forward into the deserted, snowy landscape, my heart finally feeling at peace. The wind howled in my ear as if playing a song of war just for me. 1903? Wait, I'm confused. I'm very, very confused. 1 second. No, I don't want to do that. Skip. Just... Do I have enough? Okay. 1903. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. 1901. 1902. Oh, and these are just numbers. They don't have a chapter. Okay, 1903. 50 jigsaw puzzles. Pieces. That confused me so bad. The snow suddenly intensified like a curtain in a play, blocking out everything. All at once, those people, the streets, and the noise all disappeared. It changed into an ice blue sky and a road stretching out into the boundless distance before me. The whole city was frozen under a layer of ice, as desolate as if the end of days had come. Only a cold light glowed from icicles hanging from eaves. Is this really it? I stood gawking in this lonely world of ice, unsure of which was heavier, my confusion or sorrow. My guess proved to be true, and the last shred of hope in my heart was scattered by the wind. So, is this the real Loveland City? After everything I'd been through, I didn't dare say for sure. The Loveland City before me was frozen and colorless, so clean and pure it didn't feel real. Everything I'd done, everyone I met in that wonderful world, it was all just a falsehood? I clenched my fists, then relaxed them. My quickening breath was the only sound in the whole world. I had prepared for this, but I still felt true grief. It overwhelmed me like an irresistible tide. Even so, it wasn't time to give up yet. I grit my teeth and shrugged off my fear as I walked down the snowy road, looking for a way out. But the frozen path was like an infinite loop, chipping away at my stamina and willpower. My body started to freeze stiff. I tried breathing into my hand, but felt no shred of warmth. In the silence, I heard a faint noise, the crunch of shoes in the snow coming toward me from afar. I halted and thought immediately, whoever that is, they're probably important. After not long, a soft hue appeared amidst the world of frozen white. A handsome, elegant young man walked toward me from the mist. Snow fell on him, but as if he was protected by some force, none stuck to him. For a moment, I felt this person looked really familiar, but it was someone I'd never met. Who are you? I looked guardedly at the man who'd suddenly appeared, but got no answer. He stopped, catching a falling flake in his hand. His dark eyes seemed detached, yet full of pity. He looks a lot like Victor, but he also looks a lot like all of them. Does he not look like all of these boys that we met? The first one that came to my mind was Victor. But he could also look like Kiro. This is so weird. This is so... Okay, anyway. He stopped catching a falling flake in his hand. His dark eyes seemed detached yet full of pity.
This world's pretty interesting, don't you think?
Whose voice is that? It sounds so familiar. It has to be one of these guys. It has to be. I didn't sense any direct threat from this man, but I also was unable to let my guard down. Why are you doing that? All the guys in this game are fragments of one guy's personality. Who knows?
That's a question you probably shouldn't ask me.
Dude, he sounds like Lucien. A little bit. But he doesn't look like Lucien. And he sounded like Hiro a bit for the first time. Did he not?
This world's pretty interesting, don't you think?
Not Kiro, Helios. He sounds like Helios there. But then here...
That's a question you probably shouldn't ask me.
He sounds like Lucien. I am so confused. His gaze fell on me, soft yet cool, without any emotion. Several flakes of snow floated in his palm. This world seemed to get colder when he came.
Is this not the world you wanted?
Okay, that voice doesn't sound familiar. The world I wanted? I didn't understand, but a feeling of resistance welled up in me. I didn't want him to go on. Don't talk this nonsense to me. I won't believe it.
You were aware of it long ago. No need to go on deceiving yourself.
That sounds kind of like Victor, just the blunt curtness of it. But what if I want to pretend like this world is real? His tone was peaceful, but there was a chill to it that made me shiver. He stepped closer, eyes locked on me, but seeming to stare past me into the distance.
In this world, time's been frozen. Everything you fear hasn't taken place.
Okay. He sounds like Shaw there. I don't know. I literally don't know because every single voice every single intonation sounds different. And whoever did the voice acting, if it's the same voice actor, they got the cadences down perfect for all the characters. What are you saying? Stop talking. My lip quivered and I shook my head as I stepped back, thinking again and again, this is nonsense. But another voice in my brain told me, he's speaking the truth.
It was not I who made this world, but you. Everything you've experienced is a product of that which you yearn for the most.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
If everything could start over, if life could return to normal, if none of this had occurred.
The whole keto, yeah, the whole fun time we had with keto, it was all a lie or something. He saw into my heart effortlessly, tearing down the fragile walls I'd made with each word he spoke. Stop being so mean and poking at my fragile ego. Oh my gosh. Actually, it's nice when you have people who know how to be blunt to you in a way that you actually listen. It's always nice to have people like that. No. No! I want to get out. No matter how beautiful it might be, this world is false. I shouted and stared him down. Cracks appeared in the thick ice around me, emanating outward. The man's gentle expression turned cold. His smile faded into subdued indifference.
You think everything you've experienced is fake?
Countless scenes appear before me. Every sunrise and sunset, every moment of beauty and joy. All so real. The remnants of those emotions all seem to still be within me. No, they...
Everything is real. Everyone in this world has sunken into the same dream.
So is that how Kiro knew something was up? Is that why Kiro was so gloomy? He interrupted me harshly, saying a truth I didn't want to know.
We will forever remain in a dreamland.
Why? Are you evil? Like, are you a good guy or an evil? Like, I don't know. Like, you're trying to give me the perfect world, but then you're saying we're gonna be in this dreamland forever. What? Hi, Luna. The man chuckled gently. Snow and wind blurred his form, blurred my vision. Cold crept up from my feet. A frost had covered my feet and ankles and was spreading up. My frozen eyelashes turned heavy, making it impossible to keep my eyes open. Will I slumber in this world forever? Is this really the world I wanted? I asked myself over and over, but no answer came. Suddenly, the cold seemed to go away, and I was wrapped in warm light. Loveland City with its magnolias in full bloom. A soft, bright light lingered on the path. I saw those familiar forms walking away from me, slowly disappearing into the distance. The hand of time sped up. All the colors faded, and the dazzling light dimmed. In this last moment, I finally closed my eyes. If on that day everything were as usual... So does that mean they all escaped except me? Is that what that meant? That they all escaped except me? I'm so confused because it ended so oddly. They're not traitors. They just knew the world was fake, so they got out of there. I'm assuming, yeah, because I opened a new chapter that I can claim stuff for. What's this? Exam cram. Loyal customer. Exam cram producer. Okay. I am so confused. And now I'm trying to decide... Ooh, I got a Galaxy Wish coupon. You saw nothing! Damn it. I thought it'd be funny if I ended up getting the naked boy card on stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. Continuing on. I can go back down and choose to start another story with a different boy, or we can just leave it at Keto. Because next... Okay. Main story. The main story has 2 kinds of stages. Visual not... Why are you telling me this? I already know all this. I legitimately already know all this. This has been something I've been doing since day one. The frick? Why did this get pulled up? Did I pull it up by accident? Wait. What is this? Okay, so you actually have to explore. The higher score you get when you clear the stage, the more snow crystal you'll get. Okay, so that's why it was telling me it was made of 2 parts. Okay. Doesn't look like we'll have any, like, actual story in this, though. And you have to get 500 to get this unlocked. Meet the requirements below to end the dream world. Clear all exploration stages in this chapter. Personal exploration progress reached designated number. Server exploration progress reached 100%. Okay. Condition not met. Okay. So I guess now it's just, hello robotics game. I guess now it's either we explore these things or we start with another guy's story. I've just done nothing. It's okay. Alright, explore. Opening your eyes, you find yourself actually sitting on a bench at Verdant Plaza. It snowed and blanketed the world in pure white. You stood up blankly and walked ahead. Okay. You felt it strange that music rang without spurting water when passing by the music fountain. You decided to stand still and wait for the streaming water. You're the demon that lurks in my walls. The beautiful fountain should only be admired from a distance, not profaned. You waited for 2 hours, but nothing happened. Okay, well, I failed that one. At the sidewalk, you found the traffic light spoiled and had stopped at the 39th second. How would you cross the road? I'd take the underground passage. It's not suitable to travel during a snowy day like this. Oh, the entrance of the underground passage was covered by heavy snow. And then this is where you summon Karma. I seem to have seen a beam of light. Waking up. Dream Edge 2. Would you like to enter now? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do this exploring thing. How many snow crystals do I have to have for Dream Edge 2? So, I just need 500 snow crystals then. Okay, that's not bad. And then I have to find all the exploration stages. Does that mean that there's more in each one? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Welcome back, Jetstream Sam. This is a weird part of the game where it's basically me making choices, and if I make good choices, I get good scores. Yep, I guess I've seen God, apparently, at the Dream Edge. Roaming in the snow, you didn't see anyone else and began to wonder whether you were the only one left in the city. It snowed heavily and the wind was hurting your cheeks. Looking at the snow-covered street ahead, you decided to call a taxi with your phone, wait for the snow to subside by the roadside, continue walking. Call a taxi. No drivers accepted your order and you had to go on walking. No matter how heavy the snow is, I must keep walking ahead. You finally reached Finance Street, only to find the gate of your office tightly locked. What would you do? Smash the glass door and go in? Let's do it. I better rely on myself. Without any tools available, you had to smash with your hands, and your hands swelled. Okay. I did really bad this chapter, too. Some Persona vibes. Yup. Got 2 stars. Oh, what a long, hard day. Luckily, it was a fruitful day. Unexpectedly, the door of LFG was wide open. No one was here on the first floor, and the elevator had stopped working. You decided to press the fire alarm to see if anyone was upstairs. I should have guessed it. The fire alarm kept ringing, but nobody came running down. Walking out of LFG, you confirmed that you were still in your dream. Before thinking further, your stomach started growling. You decided to... whatever, just stay hungry. This is a dream after all. You only have the strength to explore on a full stomach. You were too starved to walk and almost fainted. So you can actually... this dream literally... I have to eat in this dream. It's like a virtual reality game. Oh my gosh. Hey, we got a keto card in that, which means I'm doing a good job raising up the keto cards. We got the keto card over the Victor cards. Somehow I always felt there was something strange, but I can't seem to pinpoint it. Sword Art Online be like, yeah. Unlocked main story Edge 4. Upon entering Loveland University, the bulletin board caught your attention and you saw it the first glance. Join us at the Bioscience Research Club. Get discounts for every $100 of takeout. The student union is looking forward to you joining in. I want to go to the Bioscience Research Club. I want to see Lucian. Is certificate on every bulletin board? Sweeping across the bulletin board, you walk to the Lucian Bioscience Research Center. You reach the Lucian Bioscience Research Center only to find the fully packed files were gone. You decided to check each room for the files, just leave, check it out at the school library. So quiet in Loveland University. You were at a loss, somewhat as the library was empty without any books. Gosh. I'm just not having much luck in this dream world at all, man. I wondered what I would encounter at the next crossing. A few police cars were parked before the police department. After thinking, you decided to take a group photo since this is a rare opportunity. Ignore them and directly walk towards the grate. Try to start the engines as it was really too cold to walk. That's what I would do. Cars can't move at all on the snow-covered roads. Well, dang it. How could you drive without any key? What a fanciful idea. Well, I could have hot-wired the thing. You say my MC's not smart enough to know how to hot-wire a car? The police station was also empty. You were almost used to such scenes already. Suddenly a loud sound came from the glass gate behind. You cried out help. You turned around to see what had happened. No matter what it is, first hide. As taught in the horror movies, hiding first in case of any danger is the right thing to do. You hid in the corner and found that the sound came from the glass door smashed by the wind. Alright. Just press the button like cars today. Yup. As long as it's got the fob in there, yeah. If the person is silly enough to leave the fob in their car, all you have to do is press the button and you can steal the car. Okay. And I'm sure there's several people that probably felt personally attacked by me saying that. But even if you lock your key, your fob in the car, people can get in. They can crack open the window, and if you're sleeping, you're not going to probably wake up to the car alarm. And by then, it'll be too late because they'll already be out of there. The light soon faded. Dazed, you sat on the ground, hugging your knees, deciding to go and see, as continue staying there can't solve the problem. Give up and leave it a chance. You're perplexed. Go and see. Only adventurers can break new ground. When you reach the BS group building, that light reappeared. Oh yeah, that's the name of the building that Kiro's agency is in. The golden rays of light formed a door shape with complete darkness in the center. You decided to walk in slowly and gradually. Go other places. Cried loudly, what the hell are all these? Only the braves can harvest hope. After crying for a long time, you felt tired and laid on the ground, gradually losing consciousness. I mean, why wouldn't I pick the funniest option? You gave me a hilarious option. What did you expect? Dang, that exploration score was good. I wondered what I would encounter at the next crossing. Unlocked main story stage Dream Edge. Wait, what? I unlocked a story? Condition not met. It said I unlocked something. It said I unlocked a Dream Edge story, but I thought I had to have 500 and I ruined it. I was like, wait, I have to have 500 snow. What if that was how to get out of here quicker? Dadgummit. What is going on? Just playing a game. Alright, the rays of light shrouded and warmed you. Let's see if I can't get 3 stars on this. That'd be great. I mean, it's pretty close. Nah, no way. Dang, I thought I was closer than that, but I'm not. Okay. I unlocked a story and now I can't get it back. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I unlocked a story and I was like, wait, don't I have to have 500 snow crystals? And now I can't get it back. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh well. Rank. Wait, I got rewards? Oh. If I'm in, like, the top, I get rewards. So, yeah, so this is basically just a repetitive chapter where you keep exploring and exploring until you hit the 500 mark. So we're going to go back to previous. And we're going to go with Victor. Or at least start with Victor. There's not much I can do now. Part of the answer to your question is yes. Yes is what's happening. Alright. The stream of traffic on Finance Street at the height of the workday rush hour. A tide of people streamed in and out of office buildings. A new day of work had begun. The city ran as usual, with people going about their business, everything seemingly normal and fine. A white light reflected off the glass exterior right in my face, making me dizzy. In that instant, a murky scene lurking in my mind flashed through my consciousness and into reality. The familiar intersection before me was somehow now a scene of shocking gore and violence. I rubbed my eyes in fright, and in the next moment, everything became serene again. I've worked so much overtime. I'm seeing things. This whole week, I've had my nose to the grindstone, working on an upcoming quarterly proposal. But no matter how busy, I still couldn't get that absurd yet lifelike vision out of my head. Although I didn't want to face it, a hunch had sprouted in my mind. Those snippets of disaster might not be imaginary, but this peaceful world also really existed. Between the two, some decisive factor caused a change of course. If there really is a savior of the world, then I'd really like to thank them. Thanks for saving this world. We've grown accustomed to, and this peace we can't do without. This might not be the best of worlds, but it's the one I most yearn for. I smiled at my reflection in the glass and walked toward LFG. Another wave of commuters streamed out from the subway, suddenly crowding the street. In the jostling crowd, I didn't notice a patch of ice in front of me and started slipping. Just at that moment, a hand reached out and caught me by the wrist. The pressure let up as soon as I was steadied, and an impatient sigh sounded overhead.
I saw you gawking on the street from my car. Has working on that proposal turned your brain to mush?
No. Maybe. His face was as stern as ever, except for a hint of concern in the crease between his brows. No matter what world we're in, Victor would never break that habit. Sharp-tongued yet soft-hearted, not saying what he really thinks, a lot like the winter sun. Seemingly as bitter as the winter wind, but once you get close, there's a distinct warmth.
Let's go. I haven't given you much time for your report today.
Without another look at me, he walked off, but at an intentional slow pace. I immediately hurried after, and with full self-confidence, I gave him an okay sign. Don't worry, this time I'll be short and sweet. And this time, I'll definitely make you say something other than just not bad.
For example, go back and start over.
No, that's rude, you rude butthead. Like, job well done. He gave me a look of complete indifference, but a slight smirk on his lips indicated anticipation. Let's see if we get a job well done from Victor in this perfect world.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
If your comment this time is not bad, then I'll...
You'll what?
Victor looked at me with great interest, as if regarding a plucky yet weak object of prey. It's like, yeah, that's kind of like me. I start trying to threaten and nobody believes me. Everybody thinks I'm like this cat with claws, and that's it. I'm just like a cute little kitten with claws. That's what people tell me. Cute little kitten with claws when my anger comes out. I drew in my neck, feeling like the wind had been knocked out of my sails. I'll have to assume job well done autocorrects as not bad in your brain.
Does that mean you're giving up?
Of course not. I confidently patted the proposal booklet in my bag, trying to build myself up again. If that is how it comes out of your brain, then I'll just recorrect it.
Oh? Then give it your best shot. We'll see whether you really didn't do well enough before, or whether the phrase job well done really isn't in my vocabulary.
Well, it's obviously in your vocabulary because you just said it, Victor, so meh. Victor like Eminem with the roast. I really want to listen to the new CD by Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady. I really need to listen to that. It sounds like such a cool CD, the way he's laid it out, basically like a story. I've heard really good things about it, and I want to listen to it so bad. Because I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s when Eminem was like so controversial that my parents grounded me for actually getting an Eminem CD from one of my friends and listening to it in the car with the explicit lyrics. And that was back when there was this person on the radio called Dr. Loris Lessinger or something like that. And she was like there, you know how we have Dr. Phil, the TV therapist? She was like a radio therapist. And she said any kids that listened to Eminem were very troubled and had very troubled views of the world, and Eminem needed to be taken out of their closet, like that needed to be wiped out of their rooms. And yeah, it was great. It was great, man. Eminem's good. He's so good at what he does. He said the words very deliberately, each syllable landing with a thud, piercing my every cell. And if I do get you to say it, will there be a reward?
Isn't hearing me say that a reward in itself?
Unable to come up with a retort, all I could do was blush at his teasing expression.
As for whether you can get an extra reward, that depends on your performance.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree, Moose. And then Slim Shady said, I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you want is Slim Shadys are just imitating. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. The hard pass on anything to do with Marshall Matters. Oh, well then you wouldn't like the new CD. Unless you're talking about Dr. Laura. She absolutely hated Marshall Matters and Eminem. She hated it. The new CD, he starts out in his persona Slim Shady, apparently. And then he, like, apologizes, and then he becomes Marshall Matters or something like that. It sounds really like a cool concept. My report was well received. Victor also shot me an approving look, but he never said those words. He quietly added a few suggestions for improvement and then rushed off to his next meeting. You butthole! After getting back to my office, I also got a message from him.
Today's performance was just good enough for a consolation prize. I'll pick you up after work.
Ah, I just won't give him my time. Oh, I gotcha. See, I still like him. And I know that a lot of people are trying to cancel him right now because of the stuff he did in the past, and I get it. But that was him. He was like a controversial rapper. He was a controversial rapper right among not just Eminem, but then you also have ICP, who is also a controversial rapper. Mr. Butthole to you, Missy. He was supposed to say, job well done. All he said was just good enough. How dare he treat me like this? Do all of his compliments have to be backhanded? I muttered in protest, but I also eagerly sent him a reply. At 6 p.m. on the dot, I got another message from him that he was waiting downstairs. In the gathering dusk, his tall frame stood next to the car, flakes of snow fluttering around him. Snowflakes settled on his shoulders. It was a more beautiful snowy scene than I'd ever seen.
You really do take your sweet time.
Dude! He went off the deep end. Oh. Well, see, I haven't listened to any of his stuff after 2016, but I'm really excited about this new CD. Because apparently the last album he released really flopped. But this new CD has been getting praise all over the place. I didn't take that long, dude. I had to walk down a flight of stairs. What do you want from me? It's snowing, huh? Without another word, he opened the passenger door for me and returned to the driver's side. Victor starts T-posing. I mean, he probably would. His personality would be a T-poser. The car pulled away. Streetlights shone on his faintly smiling face. Everything was totally different from those snippets of blurry visions. All was peaceful.
You're so quiet today.
Am I usually so noisy? I turned to him and saw he was focused on the road ahead, hands steady on the wheel. At a red light, he turned his head and looked at me.
If there's something bothering you, just ask, like always.
So he'd noticed. No one else had, but he picked up on my anxiety immediately.
Saying what's on your mind is one of your few good qualities. Don't lose it.
Ooh, that's a good quote. That's a good quote. As the light changed, his eyes returned to the road, but his words still lingered like a warm hug. I felt wrapped up firmly in it and finally relaxed my tightly wound nerves. I had so much to say. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know which of my visions were real memories. I was afraid he'd mock me. More importantly, if they were all real, that's not a world I'd want him to know about. I dug my fingers into my seatbelt and bit my lip as I sunk into silence. I lowered my head and stared at the dashboard. The only sound was the clicking of the turn signal. It sounded like that stopwatch I'd heard before, Each click jabbed at my heart. Victor suddenly chuckled and took hold of my hand that was picking at my seatbelt.
Forget it. Let's eat first.
The neon lights from the street faintly illuminated the interior of the car, just like how his gentleness permeated my heart, injecting a bit of warmth. What's this? Oh. Oh, that got done. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize I've been playing it that long. Yep, let's go. Would Victor commit a crime if he felt like it? I don't know. I don't think so. He tends to time travel to prevent crimes. Soon, we'd arrived at Souvenir. Heck yes, that's what I'm talking about. Some souvenir food. It was decorated the same as before, and also just as desolate. Not a single customer in sight. The only change was the expression on Victor's face. He probably didn't realize himself how his tightly drawn lips relaxed into a smile upon entering. He hung up his coat and headed off to the kitchen. With nothing else to do, I hurried after him. Since coming in, I had a sense that something was off. Now it finally hit me. Kind of roasting the main character, which is funny every time. I know, he does do good at the roasting part. Is Mr. Mills not in today?
He's taking a few days off.
As he spoke, Victor had put on his chef's clothes and was meticulously rolling up his sleeves. Seeing him so busy, I didn't feel right just standing there, so I ventured in a question. So, does that mean you're in need of a sous chef at the moment? Hearing this, he gave me a look with brows raised that practically spelled out, "Do not disturb." But I still couldn't help wanting to lend a hand, so I disregarded his glare. How much do you think he'll let me get away with before he makes me leave the kitchen? Let's see. I stopped his hand and helped him roll up his shirt sleeves. See? Pretty good, right? Perfectly aligned.
Not bad.
As Victor spoke, he worked back over the creases I had left and readjusted his sleeves. How long is he gonna let me get away with this?
Why don't you have a seat out in the dining area?
Oh, man! Literally just 1 minute, and he's like, you're done. 1 minute! Get out of here! I just was trying to help, Victor. Why are you so mean? I was trying to help. I am getting roasted by Victor all the freaking time. Clearly, this was just a slightly nicer way of telling me to scram. Even with all the signals he was giving, I still hadn't given up my quest to be useful. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be stubborn. He's gonna push back again. He's gonna roast me again. Are you guys ready for this? One reason was because I wanted to help, but there was another. I was afraid to wait alone. Those disaster film scenes also seemed to pounce on me in moments like those. Only when I was together with him could I let myself relax a bit. Rolling up sleeves may not be my thing, but I'm a pro at washing veggies. I sidled up to the sink and earnestly pushed up my sleeves. I said, I wonder if I got it in me. The sight of Victor's tense brow suddenly reminded me of something, and I recoiled. You probably don't allow others to use your kitchen, do you? Victor eyed me over and let out a sigh. Then he took off his apron and put it on me. Oh, such a cute picture! I love it! Man, why am I such a girl? Dude, I don't even want to date guys or anybody. And I still love these pictures. Why? I don't get it. In that instant, his scent washed over me, and I could feel his reassuring warmth through the cloth. If you give me the apron, what'll you do?
Just worry about yourself, dummy.
'Cause you're a girl. Boom! The world may not know. I just like cute things. As I was about to say something else, he stuck a head of broccoli in my hand and walked off.
Less talk, more washing.
Oh. Glistening water splashed over my hands. The only sound was the music of food being prepared. I know, right? By the way, what will today's bill be? Not replying to comments again, I hope. Victor sighed, never taking his eyes off the steak he was preparing.
The restaurant isn't technically open today. No bill necessary. Moreover, have you forgotten this is your reward?
Before I could respond lightly, spoken words of praise wafted in the air.
Decent job.
He still won't say, you did a great job. What a butthole. What an asshole. Just tell me what I want to hear, man. This world is supposed to be perfect. It's my dream world that we're back in. Aww, I love the heart fingers. Victor had actually praised me, but he didn't praise you the way you wanted to be praised, you dummy. Now I'm calling the main character a dummy just like Victor calls me a dummy. I was stunned, unable to think as he walked over to me and took the broccoli out of my hand. Wait, I only washed one side. I hastily snatched the broccoli back and scrubbed it some more. Even over the loud running water, I could distinctly make out a chuckle coming from him. You might even do a duck face. Heck yes.
When you're finished, give me the butter.
Butter? Where is that?
On the shelf in front of you. Third from the right.
Victor pointed with a precision, without even lifting his head, and continued what he was doing. I grabbed for the butter, unexpectedly knocking over the condiments and sauces around it. Oh no. I'm making a freaking mess of his kitchen. There was a huge clatter and the shelf was a mess. My formerly pristine apron was also stained. Yeah, I mean, yeah. A sand slap. 100%. Sorry. Aww. Yeah, she's right by my microphone. Victor scowled and pulled me to him, wiping the splotches off my apron with a napkin.
Is there anything you can do that would surprise me?
I didn't think...
Really? Because I thought of it for you.
You're going to have a bad time. I know, with Victor, we always have a bad time. As he teased me, he took the butter from my hands.
Let's eat first and then clean up.
All I could do was nod in embarrassment. The fact he didn't kick me out was already lenient of him. Time passed and I busily fulfilled his request, searching through cabinets for needed items. Warning you about how sussy Victor is. She's like, Mom, it's impossible. At least it's not Lucian anymore that you're calling sussy. I suddenly realized he could probably work faster on his own, but he kept his sous chef anyway. With that thought in mind, a warmth came over me, mixing with the fragrant smells of cooking. After not long, Victor expertly removed the steaks from the oven and seasoned them lightly.
Hand me some plates.
Plates, huh? Where?
Cabinet above your head. Second shelf from the bottom.
I looked where he described and found the cabinet just a few inches over my head. But what I didn't expect was that the second shelf was out of my reach, even on tiptoe. It is a lot like Persona. As I was considering whether to get a chair, Victor's hand reached past my head for the plates. Your cabinets are installed too high. I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'6", man. Why you install your cabinets at 6'3"? Hearing me mutter, he gave me a look. Multiple Persona.
Right. In the future, I'll take your height into consideration.
I can't help it that I'm 5'6", bruh. I was born this way. Actually, I was born and my parents, they did like the old-fashioned test to see how tall you might be as an adult. And that's when you're a baby, they like put you on top of a chair. And it's like it was an old-fashioned test. I don't even know if it was an actual test or an old wives' tale, but I was supposed to be 6'1". I know, right? Get good, get taller. I'm only 5'6". I turned and found he was calmly putting the finishing touches on his masterpiece. Black pepper sauce was drizzled next to the steak, alongside a heap of mashed potatoes and broccoli. It looked irresistible, like Victor's own smile. I was overcome with anticipation. Actually, what time is it? Oh yeah, let's not continue on with this. Wait, I can do one more. One more thing, and then we'll come back to this next week and finish all the other guys before we go into the breaking through the dream world. Because I'm kind of enjoying seeing each story. Or not next week, the week after. Okay. Victor really being Slim Shady. No kidding. Throwing out the disses left and right. It's so stereotypical. I wonder why audience nowadays still watch such dramas. A drama starring my idol cannot be scored so low no matter what. Okay. So we have no more stamina. We don't have enough to get more jigsaw puzzle pieces. The only thing I can think of is maybe getting enough money to raise a card, maybe? Let's see. Get one of these keto cards where they need to be. I really like the star in hand one. I can star it up! This is my favorite. He's so cute. Okay, so we're gonna star it up. That's 15,000. Oh, and then you have to get a mask to start up again. Okay. Tang Karma Promise. Okay. Still only level 40 though. Alright. This one here. Start up at 60,000. I can do that. Maybe. Come on. Okay, cool. We'll start up this dude. Karma must reach level 50? Dang it, I have to evolve it before I can star it up. Well, that sucks. That's dumb. Okay. And this one's already maxed out on everything except Ascension, which is fine. I don't really care about Ascension right now. Karma must reach level 40. Alright. Start up. Did I not? Oh yeah, I did. I was like, did I not get a reward for that? Okay, let's see. Can't start that one up. Used to be, back in the day when I played this game, you could click on star up and then it would just send you directly every time you push the arrow to star up. You didn't have to keep clicking on it. They don't do that anymore. And it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Gosh dang it, I don't have anything to star him up with. I have nothing. Dang it, I was hoping. I was hoping. What'd I get? Get Gavin's moments, accidental error. Oh, I often feel like shouting at the valley on a hike. How about singing a tribal song to the mountains? A recent error at work, I needed milk for dinner but bought yogurt by mistake. How do you buy yogurt by mistake when you need milk? What? I advise all dairies to contain their milk and yogurt in packages of different colors. I guess that they look the same in China. I don't know. This is a dating sim from China, by the way. Alright, let's check out these mementos here. Cool. Cool. Nope. Nope. I bet I have a Victor. No? I figured I'd have a Victor memento. Alright, we're back to keto. And... I am gonna level up my experts. Okay, can't level him up anymore. Probably can't level this one up either. Nope. Alright. And that's all I can do today. I have no more stamina. And I have no more gold. And I used pretty much all my gems. So that's all I can do today. But I do hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be back next time, which will be in 2 weeks, with finishing Victor's part of the story and the dream world. And then it'll probably be Gavin and then Lucien, because even though I really like Lucien, nobody else really likes him for some reason. I don't know why. I don't get it. But, ugh. I'm gonna have to get used to wearing glasses eventually, but just seeing myself in glasses. And I figured since they were, like, blue screen glasses for computers, there'd be no glare on them. I thought they'd be anti-glare, but no. Of course not. Of course not. Okay, let's turn off the desktop audio. So yeah, we are going to end it here for now. I will be live tomorrow. I'm kind of in the mood, tomorrow around 7. I'm kind of in the mood to play Mario Party Superstars. But I'm gonna put up a vote. Oh shit. My phone volume was all the way up. That scared the shit out of me. Fuck you, Keto. Oh god. Holy cow. Anyway. So, tomorrow at 7, I will be live again. I'm gonna put if you're part of the Discord, I'm going to put a poll in the Discord of what game I should play. I think we're gonna go Mario Party, Pokemon Unite, or Cuphead. To what with Keto? You know what? You're right. I said fuck you, Keto, because he scared the shit out of me. Because I forgot my phone volume was all the way up, and when I detached my phone from the computer, I was on the screen that has Keto, where he will sometimes just talk to you randomly, and he made a random noise and scared the absolute shit out of me. But anyway, we're gonna end it here for now. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out, or hit that like button on the way out. I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe if you're new and had fun hanging out. I know this is a weird game that not a lot of people play on here, but for some reason it's been getting pretty good reception from everybody, so I'm gonna keep playing it. But anyway, thank you for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. I will be posting a poll in the Discord right after this, so make sure that if you're a part of the Discord, tell you to clean it up, but that would be a dad joke, and you don't like dad jokes. I know, right? But yeah, if you're in the Discord, be ready for a poll to go up in a minute. And all the hugs and head pats to everybody, and as always, much love, everybody. Mwah. Go out there, go spread some love and positivity today because you never know who needs it. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, where we'll be playing either Mario Party, Pokemon Unite, or Cuphead. So look forward to one of those games, and I will see you guys then. You guys get to vote if you're part of the Discord. And thank you guys for being here, and have a good rest of the night.